Hey, good to see you. Where are we? July? Last update I did was January, I think. So it's about 5 months ago, a little bit over. Um, how am I going health wise? Yeah, it's interesting. I think I'm going well, believe it or not. The It was about 17 months ago that the doctor said, I'll give you 12 to 18 months to live unless you take chemo, and then you'll be hospital ridden and all your hair will fall out, and you'll probably collapse your lungs, and renal all that negative stuff, which I decided not to do, and to stick with the whole food, plant based, lots of juicing, and just the one cooked meal, which is mainly veggies and black rice and a bit of tofu in the evenings. Consequently, my weight is plateaued, so I haven't put any on. Also, I have not been to the gym yet, because what I did not long after that, let me fill you in. So January, February, March, April, I had a bit of a cough. I couldn't shake, and it seemed to be worse when I was eating. And I had an appointment with the surgeon in May, and he said, "What are you eating?" So I told him what I was eating. He said, "You're still incredible. I didn't expect you to be swallowing anything, but I'm having 3 meals and snacks a day." And he said, "Anything else different?" I said, "I've got a cough, I can't shake." He said, "Tell me about that." I said, "Well, it kicks in a bit mainly when I'm eating, because I do have a lot of cayenne pepper, which is a curative. It's an anti-cancer compound, one of the many compounds that I use, along with turmeric and ginger." And he said, "Oh, maybe it's the cancer is going through to the bronchial from your esophagus." So I went to a bit of a panic when he said that, because it could have been. So I did a series of tests. Number one, I did the PET scan. Number two, I had doing an X-ray, but it was a live X-ray. I was drinking this thick liquid that tasted like aniseed, and I had to drink that while I was being X-rayed to see if there was any leaks going through into the bronchial. And the third test I did was having a camera down the throat again, the gastroscopy, of which you're unconscious for. So I did those 3 tests, and this is in May, probably mid-May, the end of May. And he said, "Well done, there's no leaks coming through," which is great. "Yeah, it's still there." I said, "It's still there," because I can feel it when I do eat, if I don't chew things up too well. I've really got to chew and chew and chew till it's just about liquid before I can swallow anything. That's why eating takes me a long time. And he says, "It's still there, but I don't know what you're doing, but it has not increased." So I've now starved it, which is what I wanted to do, starve it to a point of it can't grow. So now my plan is to continue starving it, because obviously these results show that I'm on the right track. Remember, I'm getting zero pain unless I try and swallow something without chewing it, and no medication for anything. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. So on the strength of that, which is really great news, some of the boys a couple of boys I did the trip to India with last year on the motorcycles, we're rebooking, and we're going to do Sri Lanka later this month, in 3 weeks. I'm heading off to Sri Lanka for about 3 weeks, a little bit under. And that's a motorcycle tour. It's through the ancient ancient temples in northern part of Sri Lanka. The ancient north, they call it, the kingdom of the north. So I'm really looking forward to that. Been doing lots of meditation, lots of yoga. So I'm fairly supple, still lack quite a bit of strength, when you've got not a lot of weight on, you do tend to lose a bit of strength. But I can move every bone in my body, and every muscle in my body moves. So I will concentrate on trying to build up a little bit before I go away. But definitely, while I'm away, I want to come back to really build the body is the next thing. I think the more strength I can get in, the better I've got it at fighting this. I've taken up a little casual role since February, because it was when we started doing the numbers on me getting no income. It was like, I'd have to get rid of a couple of motorbikes, and I didn't really want to do that. I didn't want to sell my project vehicle. I'm building a Dodge, 1974 Dodge Utility, and I want to complete that and get it on the road and use it as my daily. So I've taken up a little driving job, and it doesn't tax the brain, doesn't tax the body that much. It's driving trucks and buses around, moving them for rental companies, for a rental company. Now, which is great because I can still look after my food intake during the day, and most of the time on my own, which means I get to tune into some great podcasts as I'm driving around. So still exploring the spiritual side, getting deeper and deeper in that realm. And I think that has certainly contributed in the process as well. So the next exciting event for me is heading off to Sri Lanka in 3 weeks, for 3 weeks. We're really looking forward to that. But to let you know, the cancer is it's still there, but it's not growing. And that, my friends, is sensational news, just quietly. So we're going to keep ploughing away, do what we do. And, another 4, 5, 6 months from now, when I can feel it different, either one way or the other, then I'll get it checked again. But I've got to keep my eye on it, of course. It makes sense to do that, to make sure that what I'm doing and the protocols I'm doing are in check. So that's the update. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all. See you later.